What is up? I'm Lincoln. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Dread Captures, where we go to the ends of the earth to find new, fresh, viral content. Please like, subscribe, share with a friend, and I will see you in the comments. Unbelievable video here as this whale breaches the water. I think this was taken down in the Chesapeake Bay right off of Virginia. I mean, what are the chances? I've been in boats like this and even out in the bay like that millions of times. I mean, it capsizes that boat, sends that guy right out of there. The guy in the forefront is like, no, we're out of here. Man, that is crazy. Never in all my years have I seen that down the bay. Okay, so imagine this. This lady, she just goes to bed thinking she's perfectly safe in her own home. Little does she know, danger is silently creeping its way towards her. Captured on a security cam mounted inside her bedroom, we see a lady sleeping peacefully, blissfully unaware of what's about to happen. Out of nowhere, a python has slithered its way across the floor and is heading straight for her. As the camera continues to roll, the snake appears to get pumped up, almost as if it's preparing to strike at her foot. Suddenly, out of nowhere, the woman wakes up, jolting upright in bed as if she's just had a nightmare. You can see she's a little groggy and she reaches for her flashlight. And I mean, her heart probably almost jumped out of her chest when she looked down, shined the light, and sees this python. I mean, this thing is inches from her bed. She frantically runs to wake up her son who's in the next room. They call in the local animal rescue workers. And when they arrive, they aren't able to find the snake in the bedroom. It actually has slid into the bathroom. Nevertheless, they were able to capture it and release it back into the wild. Okay, yeah, so remember when I said that they found that snake in the bathroom, not the bedroom? Yeah, they found that snake in the toilet. Yeah. So yeah, have fun sleeping, thinking about that. Yeah, I would immediately burn that house down. Yeah. This terrifying encounter taken in 2022 shows the moment a polar bear corners a group of hikers in the snow. The hikers were just going along their way when suddenly a polar bear, who looked a little mischievous, stops them on this path. It doesn't appear to be a full-grown polar bear, but this guy starts sniffing around and even grabs one of the hikers' jackets and drags it off. I have to say, I think he was hoping someone was attached to that jacket. Out of nowhere, the hiker started making some noises, and thankfully, for some reason, it scared the bear away. How would you guys have reacted in this? I mean, the bear seemed a little aggressive. However, I could be interpreting that wrong as he didn't attack them, so maybe it was their lucky day. I'm always reminded of this saying about bears. If it's brown, lay down. If it's black, fight back. If it's white, good night. So basically, if you encounter a brown bear, you should lay down and play dead. You won't win in a fight with a brown bear. If you attempt to run or defend, it will probably kill you. Now, if you encounter a black bear, you should scream, kick, make yourself big. Black bears are fairly timid and don't usually want the bother of a fight. And for the white polar bear, man, things just aren't looking good. But luckily for our hikers here, they made it out with a story to tell. Pretty funny clip there. I don't know that I've ever seen this. Look at that. In Canada, a black bear has gone up to a golf cart and pulled a man's golf bag off of it, and is pulling it away and dragging it down this ravine. They said this bear and its cubs were spotted on a tee box playing earlier that day. Eyewitnesses and the man said that they had no food in the cart or in any of the bags, and the man said he didn't have any food in his bag whatsoever. However, that didn't deter the bear from actually taking the bag. Most of the clubs spilled out along the hill and right there by the cart, but the bag was nowhere to be found. This is a mountain golf course, so wildlife and bears are pretty frequently seen, but this really is 1 in a million video. As for me, I don't know, man. That guy was getting a little too close to that bear. I mean, she could have charged right up that hill and we could be telling a different story right now. Recorded in Orlando, Florida back in 2023, a TikTok user has captured the internet's attention with a strange piece of home security footage. The clip shows an unidentified orb of lights zipping across the night sky, and what followed was a flurry of speculation and debate. The footage, taken from a Wyze home security camera, highlights the orb with an inbuilt tracking feature, enclosing it in a green square. Luckily for the believers, this tracking seems to counter some commenters' theories that the clip is a fake, that this is some CGI trick. Now, another twist is that given the location, some viewers suggested a possible explanation: a scheduled launch by NASA or SpaceX. The proximity to Florida's Space Coast, where launch sites are situated on Merritt Island or Cape Canaveral, really do make this a plausible theory. Now, that's all well and good, but the speed this thing has people reaching for a much better explanation than that. I would say the majority of viewers are convinced that this thing is some type of evidence of alien activity. I mean, the brightness, its unusual movement, its speed. I tend to agree. I think we have something here of extraterrestrial origin. Footage captured at dusk shows a neighborhood witnessing an astonishing event in the sky. In the video, darkness sweeps across the horizon, turning day into night almost instantaneously. Viewers have taken to social media to share their theories, with some suggesting that the phenomenon is a glitch in the Matrix. I'm almost getting sick of that saying, but I digress. This theory proposes that what we're seeing is an error in this simulated reality, and that's why the abrupt transition from day to night. Others have speculated that the event might be the result of a government experiment, such as the infamous Project Bluebeam. This conspiracy theory suggests that advanced technology is being used to create realistic holographic images in the sky, possibly as part of a psychological operation. Now, I will say this, a lot of these conspiracy theories we've been seeing lately have been coming true, so keep your eyes peeled. But as for now, let me know what you guys think about this. An eerie photo posted by Reddit user RainPlanet1442 has left viewers spooked and puzzled. The photo, taken during a night in Portland, Maine, appears to capture something in the window of an abandoned building. Or should I say someone? According to the user, they were walking through Portland with their mom and snapping photos of the city. It wasn't until they were viewing the images on the ride back that they noticed something eerie in one of the photos. Now, the building in question was completely dark and mostly boarded up, yet in one of the windows a figure can be seen. Here it is zoomed in. Despite the building's derelict state, the image seems to show a presence that shouldn't be there. The user shared multiple zoomed-in versions of the photo showing the figure from different angles, leading to various theories from the online community. One guy even humorously joked that the figure resembled Mark Zuckerberg. On the flip side, you saw others taking a much more serious approach, trying to really determine what could have caused this bizarre apparition. Some are speculating that it might have been a homeless person just seeking shelter in the abandoned warehouse. Others think it's a ghost. The building, it's an old warehouse that hasn't been in use for decades, adds to kind of the creepiness of this sighting. The user's mother, who lives in that area, said that the building was known to be out of operation for a long time. So again, that rules out anyone legally being inside. So what do we have here? I definitely see the figure or the image or whatever that the photographer took. Even for me, it looks like the being has like the shades pulled up. Almost pulled to the side, creating that angle above its head. I don't know, I'm sure our eyes could be playing tricks on ourselves, but until further evidence comes to light, It's all a mystery. This next clip is really just kind of weird to me, and it looks cool. I'm sure that there is a reasonable explanation, but this video has been going viral on TikTok. Kraken Double 13's clip shows something truly bizarre. A large bird appears to be walking through the sky, 20, 30, 40, 50 feet above in the air. This unusual sighting has racked up millions of views. Commenters are scrambling to make sense of this. Some keen-eyed viewers note that it appears there's some kind of mesh that the bird might be walking on. But others have questioned why would there be a giant mesh dome so high in the sky in the first place. Now, for me, I definitely saw the mesh, and it looks like that's what it's walking on. But then in one part in the video, it starts to walk up on an angle. And again, my eyes could be playing tricks on me. I just can't quite figure it out. Someone in the comments had said that it was a reflection. And honestly, maybe it is, but I just couldn't wrap my brain around that, so. It's a pretty bizarre viral clip, though. Okay, this is actually the follow-up to a clip that I posted in the last video. And for those that may have not caught that one, you can go back and watch it, or I'll just explain it here again. In a peculiar twist of events, a live news segment in Utah turned into a mysterious encounter that had viewers and social media at the edge of their seats. During a routine morning broadcast, a TV reporter's live shot was unexpectedly interrupted. As the segment aired, the reporter, visibly surprised, commented on the animal, initially suggesting that it might be a dog. But that's when all the viewers' comments started flooding in. They were quick to claim otherwise, insisting that this creature was in fact a mountain lion. And that's what I had thought. This video was shared far and wide. I mean, there were debates and all types of worry about a potential wild predator making an unexpected appearance on TV. The anchor, I mean, she's equally alarmed.
I think it's a dog. I'm not sure. Anyway, there's some sort of creature below me.
You can hear her saying, "I hope this is a dog." So not only was she and her crew kind of freaked out, the people in the area were like, "Whoa, we have a mountain lion roaming around? We need to watch out." However, the mystery began to unravel as further investigations were conducted. Faith Jolly, a spokesperson of the Division of Wildlife Resources, clarified that the animal was not a mountain lion, but indeed was a dog. It was further confirmed by Scott Root, Utah DWR outreach manager, who noted that the supposed cougar was a canine with a notably long tail. And lastly, if you don't believe those two, the dog's owner even reached out to the department, providing photographic evidence to settle the confusion. Morgan Saxton, the reporter at the center of this, had initially posted about the strange encounter on social media, and that's where it really blew up. She has later shared these updates from the DWR, including photographs of paw prints found at the scene, which further supported that the conclusion that the animal was indeed a dog. So what began as a suspenseful and eerie live TV moment ended with a more mundane yet pretty funny revelation. I mean, it's pretty crazy how these assumptions can spiral into full-blown mysteries, stories, theories, especially in the age of social media. Anyhow, thought I would give that follow-up. Super cool video, regardless of dog or mountain lion. On January 28, 2024, a mother posted the following footage captured by her home security camera. She mentioned that this video was recorded inside her bedroom, where various instances of paranormal activity have been occurring. In one of these instances, her daughter ran out of the room, claiming she heard a woman scream. The mother was puzzled. She said she didn't hear any scream. But upon checking the footage, she saw this. A scream from out of nowhere sends her daughter running out of the room. Some commenters are saying that it's possible the camera was hacked, but that still does not explain the other strange activity that has been happening all over her home. The mother believes this video is evidence of something supernatural. Whether or not that's the case, you be the judge.
think it's time to go.
Yeah. You hear the owner in the video say, I think it's time to go, and I gotta be honest with you, I don't think I've ever seen dogs leave an area that quickly. All of them are like, yep, you know what, dude, you're right. Let's get out of here. And can we talk about the eclectic group of dogs in this clip? I mean, we've got hunting dogs. We've got what looks like a black lab or two. Then we have like a French bulldog and some other, maybe a pit bull. And actually, I don't think that's a French bulldog. I don't know. Anyhow, super cool. But besides that, what do we think that noise was? Someone said it was a bobcat in heat. And it looked like a lot of people agreed with that. So let me know if you guys think that's true or if you have any familiarity with that. Unreal footage captured in 2017 in Thailand on the day after Christmas, December 26th. A 32-year-old guy named Mana was looking down at his phone as he walked back to his car from his radio office when he had an unexpected near-death experience. As soon as he walks by the power line, the electricity cables above his head spontaneously just explode. Had he taken a fraction of a second more to react, or had just walked slower, or anything, he would have been struck by the power line, which most likely would have been fatal. Let's just call it what it is. In a later interview, Mana revealed that the explosion was caused by an electrical fault due to overheating, and it had actually melted through some nearby wires. At the time of the incident, the city had experienced heavy rain, which only made things worse. Now, according to some sources in Thailand, they say some cities in Thailand are known for notoriously dangerous overhead cables. And you see that in pictures. They often litter the streets and pose a significant risk to those walking under them at the wrong time. Nevertheless, fortunately, Mana was able to walk away unharmed, but I'm sure he'll need some help mentally, along with the electrical infrastructure in some of these cities. The following footage was taken by Mark Roberts, who was climbing a mountain in Snowdonia using 2 pickaxes. As he's climbing, a chunk of ice dislodges above him by another climber, hits him, causing him to lose his grip and plummet 100 feet down the mountain, at a pretty high speed, I might add. The footage shows Roberts hitting boulders and ice as he fell down the gully before finally coming to a stop. What a scary event captured on camera. Fortunately for Roberts, he escaped with only a broken ankle. Fellow climbers saw what happened, called emergency services, and he was soon rescued off the mountain by helicopter. Wow, I mean, nobody wants a broken ankle, but I'm sure Mark will probably trade that for any worse alternative. Footage captured on November 2nd, 2014 shows a car speeding down Highway 78 around midnight. A few seconds later, the video reveals the driver slowing down to avoid a suspicious roadblock ahead. As he approaches, we can see just 2 traffic cones blocking the entire road. As the driver brings his car to a stop, his headlights catch the lower half of a man's body walking suspiciously towards his vehicle. When the driver attempts to drive through the cones, the man stands in the way, blocking the car's path. Sensing something is off, The driver immediately calls out to the man trying to get an explanation. And soon after, you can tell the driver's gut is telling him to get the hell out of Dodge. Now, as for me, I don't even think I would have engaged this guy, but hindsight is 20/20. The driver was actually interviewed for this, and he mentioned that as soon as he asked the man if he needed help, he saw the man make a move to his pocket. That's when the driver decided to get the heck out and he sped off. Also explained in the interview is that the man that stopped his truck and his accomplice were later detained by the cops, but were only charged with DUI. So right now, it's anyone's guess what might have happened if the driver stuck around long enough to find out. Now, I'm thinking that these guys either broke down or crashed and they were drunk, so they said, we're going to steal someone else's car and get out of here so we don't get a DUI. A lot of things seem like good ideas when you're drunk. Man, I don't miss those days.